Multiple choice questions, MCQs. All right, it's time to test your newfound knowledge with some quick questions based on our deep dive. Don't worry, we'll give you the answers and a quick explanation. Ready? Number 1. Which ECG syndrome is characterized by T-wave changes in V2, V3 when the patient is pain-free, indicating a critical LAD artery stenosis? A. De Winter syndrome, B. Takotsubo syndrome, C. Wellens syndrome, or D. Brugada syndrome?
The answer is C. Wellens syndrome. This one's unique because its classic T-wave changes in V2, V3 appear when the patient feels fine, signaling that intending LAD blockage.
Okay, number 2. In De Winter syndrome, what is a key ECG finding in precordial leads that differentiates it from a typical STEMA? ST segment elevation greater than 2 millimeters, B. Deep Q waves, C. Absence of ST segment elevation with upsloping ST segment depression at J point and peak T waves, or D. Prolonged PR interval?
That would be C. Absence of ST segment elevation with upsloping ST segment depression at J point and peak T waves. Even though it's a STEMI equivalent, De Winter typically lacks that ST elevation, showing specific depression and peak T waves instead.
Number 3. Kuna syndrome is defined with a simultaneous occurrence of acute coronary syndrome, ACS, and what type of reaction? A. A viral infection, B. A systemic allergic reaction, C. A cerebrovascular accident, or D. Renal failure?
The answer is B. A systemic allergic reaction. Kuna syndrome is that combination of ACS with an allergic or hypersensitivity reaction involving mast cell activation.
Question 4. What emotional or physical trigger is commonly associated with Takotsubo broken heart syndrome? A. Extreme physical exertion only, B. Chronic inflammation, C. Heartbreaking events or intense stress, emotional or physical, or D. High cholesterol diet?
It's C. Heartbreaking events or intense stress, emotional or physical. Takotsubo is strongly linked to sudden, severe emotional or physical stressors causing that catecholamine surge.
Number 5. Yamaguchi syndrome is a specific type of hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, primarily affecting which part of the heart, often resulting in a distinctive ace of spades appearance on imaging? A. The right ventricle, B. The left ventricular apex, C. The left atrium, or D. The interventricular septum?
The distinctive shape points to B. The left ventricular apex. Yamaguchi syndrome specifically involves hypertrophy of the LV apex.
Okay, number 6. Which of the following is a classic ECG triad for Wolff-Parkinson-White WPW syndrome? Short PR interval, normal QRS, absent delta wave, B. Long PR interval, wide QRS, inverted T wave, C. Short PR interval, wide QRS, presence of a delta wave, or D. Normal PR interval, wide QRS, ST segment elevation?
The classic triad is C. Short PR interval, wide QRS, presence of a delta wave. This shows the accessory pathway bypassing the AV node.
Number 7. Lone-Gannon-Levine LGL syndrome is distinguished from WPW syndrome by the absence of what ECG feature, despite having a short PR interval, A. Q waves, B. T wave inversions, C. Delta wave, or D. ST segment depression?
The key differentiator is C. Delta wave. LGL has a short PR but a normal QRS, and crucially, no delta wave.
Question 8. The diagnostic type 1 ECG pattern for Brugada syndrome involves what specific finding in the right precordial leads, V1, V3? A. ST segment depression greater than 1 millimeter, B. Coved ST segment elevations greater than 2 millimeter, followed by an inverted T wave, C. Prolonged QT interval, or D. Flat T waves?
The diagnostic pattern is B. Coved ST segment elevations greater than 2 millimeters, followed by an inverted T wave. That specific cove-type elevation is the hallmark for type 1 Brugada.
Number 9. Friedreich syndrome is the simultaneous occurrence of atrial fibrillation or atrial flutter and what other major cardiac event? A. Myocardial infarction, B. Complete heart block, C. Ventricular tachycardia, or D. Supraventricular tachycardia?
Friedreich's is the combination of AFib or flutter with B, complete heart block, third-degree AV block.
And finally, number 10. Paeth-Yama syndrome, affecting young and middle-aged athletes, is characterized by recurrent episodes of what arrhythmia, often linked to strenuous long-term training? A. Ventricular fibrillation, B. Atrial flutter, C. Paroxysmal atrial fibrillation, or D. Sinus tachycardia?
That athlete-specific syndrome is characterized by C. Paroxysmal atrial fibrillation, linked to that long-term training and cardiac remodeling. Outro.
And that wraps up another truly illuminating deep dive. We hope you've gained a clearer understanding of these fascinating and sometimes hidden heart conditions that remind us how incredibly complex and resilient the human body truly is.
Understanding this broad spectrum of ECG syndromes is really a testament to the power of medical observation and the ongoing quest for precise diagnosis. Each unique pattern tells a critical story that healthcare professionals must be prepared to read to help ensure the best possible patient outcomes.
We're always learning, and we love sharing that journey with you. Until our next deep dive, stay curious, stay informed, and keep exploring.